Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Lucy and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Lucy's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of pets and motivation that we give her when we're working with her and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any little corrections that are needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on her training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Lucy's going to come home with her very own training equipment. You're going to be taught how to use that properly tomorrow morning during your follow-up training session. Now she is sitting beautifully at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. The command is Lucy heel, and heeling is nothing more than proper leash walking. Now we're demonstrating for you in the playroom to show you that you can practice your obedience in a very small area. You don't have to be outside, so there's no reason not to work with your dog, both indoors and outdoors, and she's capable of doing both. And this is proper heeling skills. This is not pulling you, dragging you. It's paying attention to you when she's on the leash, and it's sitting automatically when you stop. So when you stop to cross traffic or you talk to someone on the street, she should not be jumping on them. She should be sitting nicely like a lady at your left and waiting for her next command. And you don't hear Rich saying anything. She sits when he stops his feet. This exercise is the sit-stay. It is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, we do not use her name. The long sit-stay, you're going to practice lengthening out the amount of time that she can hold it and the distance that you can go. So you see Rich take a step in to get her to hold it longer. When he returns back to her, he walks right back to her shoulders. And they take off heeling again. We have a choir in the background in case you haven't noticed. And probably as soon as I turn the camera off, everybody will be quiet because it's nap time, or supposed to be. Nice automatic sits. Rich gives her a little pat for praise every time. And she's looking up at him. Her eye contact is good. She's focused on what they're doing. And this time, instead of returning back to her shoulders, Rich will call her. This is the come on command. She comes in and sits. This prevents her coming and launching herself at you. But she's come a very long way. And these little Aussies are not easy. They were bred down from standard Aussies that are herding dogs. So sometimes the minis can fool you. They're little and they're adorable, but they still have that instinct. This is your come on command again. She comes in. And what I love about her right now is her focus. She is completely focused on Rich. And he's not using a food. He's not using a clicker. This is all just hand, voice, and praise. This is your down command and stay. So remember to tell her what you want. When you say down, if you're going to walk away, get that stay out. And all Rich does, if she starts to get distracted, is take a step in and remind her, hey, I'm here. And she has a tendency to want to put her head on the floor and sniff. Because this is a playroom and there's been lots of dogs in and out of this playroom today. She's smelling where everybody else has been. It is absolutely never this loud here. I promise you. Now Rich doesn't let her sniff, because sniffing like that is always a prelude to getting up. They lose their focus, drop their head on the ground, and then the next thing you know, she's up. Rich will call her out of this down, so you can return or call her. Aw. She's a cutie. She has done a great job here at school. We think she's accomplished a lot, and you will be very proud of her. And even with all this distraction tonight, she's doing a great job. That's your distance down.
Down.
This is kind of new for her.
Stay. Stay.
It's giving her the down from a different position, and believe it or not, that makes a difference. But she's just learning that. I think we did a great job. She'll be excited to see you. She's done for the day. She said, I'm not doing any more today. We've enjoyed having her, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.